Hello! Welcome to tonight's episode of Tales of Yoranta. We're your friends, the unnamed few. We're back. Hello. It's been a minute. I keep saying that. It's been a minute. But this seems like it's mostly let me turn down the music here. Stream seems like it's mostly a monthly thing now. It's fine. But we're here. This is episode 85, and we're all fucking exhausted. If you're in the UK, please don't go outside without, like, water and a sun hat. It's hot out there.
Yeah, don't do what I did, which is think the sun in the UK is fine and harmless.
Nah,
It's
done.
not.
It might be a mythical creature, but even unicorns can kill you.
Wow.
Especially if you're ginger, especially if you're Welsh.
Do you have that one
yeah.
chambered and ready to go, Lucy, or
What? See what? Sorry?
No, she's
do you
just
have that one
naturally
chambered
witty.
and ready to go?
Naturally witty. Trying to get my fucking monitor to... Meh. Alright,
But
whatever.
yeah, turns out you cannot 1v1 the sun.
No.
No.
I think Icarus learned that, right?
Oof.
Hardly. Yeah.
So,
Big oof.
session 85 of Tales of Yoranta. Shall I recap what happened last time?
Yes,
Please do.
please.
If I can remember. No, my notes will bail me out. We walked the path to the ordered house, finally having found it, amidst the mountains and limbo. It sits in a 1 mile radius of stability, amidst a gray limbo sea. And we found a number of people there. One of them being Arianel Sharir, the person Soren has sought since episode 1 of the campaign. What a big, long payoff. Got some lore dumps about, Arianel worked with Tajikar,
Who is Soren? Sort
who
of.
is Soren, sort of. And Arianel got a bit mad that Soren was not Tajikar, and there was some emotional moments. Because apparently she waited here like 200, 300, 400 years for him to return, and he's not returning. He's dead. Meanwhile, our friend Anna apparently has 5 fucking lexicons, just casually carrying around 5 artifacts. So we took those off her hands. She gave them to us to safekeep, and we figured out what they did. They're pretty powerful. Enzo's cautiously, I think, attuned to 1 or 2 of them. Hopefully they don't make me explode.
Something we all hope for. Do not explode.
Yeah. Our next step, well, there was more lore dump. Possibly the world is a prison for us, made by mechanobots. But that's more like background stuff. We'll get to that later. Our short-term goal is, well, there's a Terracon somewhere in that gray sea near us. A powerful Earth artifact trying to reshape the Earth. We gotta find it.
Yeah.
That's why 15th level D&D characters.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. We are 15th level D&D characters. That's the power level is
Woo!
there.
Wow.
Taking 1010 with us, because maybe the Terracon's related to dwarf memory loss.
Pretty certain it is.
Hmm.
Maybe not. I don't know. I've been certain about things in this campaign before and been real wrong.
We also don't know what's out there, how to get there, where it is, or what we're going to do with it when we find it. But
Cool.
small hurdles.
It's cool.
You know what? Improvise. Fuck it. I scrolled up in the chat and I see Enzo palms the cards Dimension Door bitch. So, you know we're a good and planned group.
So, over to you, Owen.
Yeah. Oh, this is here again.
Hello.
It
no,
is-
it's again.
A sunny day at the ordered house. Or what faux sunlight is conjured in this place by the anarch.
Should I change the music from the creepiest possible Witcher track?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Da, 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 da.
And around you is
Let's do this one.
yeah, you're in your homemade hovels, really. Although Soren managed to conjure something rather spectacular. Um, Enzo made a good attempt. But it's a lot less stressful for him to maintain. Vigil. He told that rock what to do.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Um,
The less said about Vigil's depressing cupboard, the better.
God.
hey, it's not the worst one here.
I mean, no, Vigil has a modicum more imagination than a dead guy, I suppose. So he's got that going for him. But he has a depression cupboard, literally.
It's
So
it's Lucy preparing for your move into uni housing.
I think
God, don't remind
Soren
me.
actually made Vigil's
You
apartment
did. You
for
did. You made
him.
it better.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Soren made it look like Vigil's old room, at
yeah.
least somewhat.
Okay.
He appreciates.
Well, I think we plan to long rest, Owen. So
okay.
if nothing kills us today,
No, you are. This appears to be a safe place.
He is to be. I love that.
Yeah, spooky.
I'm gonna rest and get all my shit back then.
I roll
Woo!
perception.
Oh, the aid is
Spell.
1 off by now. If you had 15 temporary extra HP, don't forget to take that off.
I'll be recasting it before we leave, so don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Take a heroic moment.
yes, I'm full on
This is
mine.
true.
Is our max? Did our max go up? It's like with proficiency.
It's
probably
half
not.
proficiency, so
Uh,
So it's still a 3.
I
it's
think once you
still
hit
pretty fine.
3, it's pretty much 3 is the max.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
So, morning?
Yeah, it's strange. You rest and the light never truly goes away. It does briefly enter kind of a twilight where the house goes to rest, but everything feels artificial.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be dimming the cabin lights for this portion of the journey.
Jesus Christ. That was too good. Holy shit.
God.
The tannoy system with an upgrade, but yeah.
That was uncanny. What the
The
fuck?
anarch voice echoes in all your minds, muffled by the storms.
Thor's back in economy because he's short.
Yeah, take a rest. Thankfully, you can easily imagine curtains over your windows. And the day comes. Sharia retired to her room, which appears to be deeper in the monastery. Tenten managed a kind of similar to Vigil. It was a rudimentary cuboid in which he is resting. Anna kind of conjured up a big nest for herself and is just curled up there. And yeah, it's really calm. Yeah. Not much. Monks going about their work. Quiet conversation echoing through adamantine walls. What's your plan for the day? Where are you headed? Who are you headed with?
Well,
well,
Vigil's up and down.
oddly so is Soren. Which is very unusual for him. And the rather peaceful, quiet, surroundings is broken by an extraordinarily excited wizard who comes terrassing out of his little quarters and skidding across this imagined scape that we've got. Whatever he was working on, does it persist, Owen? The environments we make for ourselves here, do they persist without us concentrating on them?
No.
No? Okay. So, yeah, his just vanishes. It just bloop back into the adamantine. Hopefully nobody was sleeping in it.
No, I say that. No, they would. The Anarch
Well-
would adjust the model
Oh.
to your creation.
Okay,
Otherwise,
they were maintaining
everybody
it, weren't
falls
they?
asleep
Yeah.
and their house disappears, which makes the exercise a
That's
bit
true.
pointless.
Oh, okay.
Looking
So-
out of a Minecraft world.
I
But
think
yeah.
the Anarch would maintain it during the night, and then when you wake up, if you don't maintain it yourself, it will evaporate.
Okay. Yeah. So Soren's I think he made himself like his library back at the Myriad Obelisk or something, but he comes tearing out of that looking for Vigil at the top of his lungs at dawn. Q1, very excited, very disheveled wizard, skidding into your room.
You hear a
Vigil is-
distant shh.
Sorry.
Kid excited for a field trip.
Sort of.
I mean, Vigil gets up at dawn, but that doesn't mean he's fully awake.
Yeah.
He's up at dawn. Like, he's awake, but, you know, being awake and conscious, two separate. So, he's up, and, like, 5 minutes have passed or something, I imagine.
Something like that.
Right, so Vigil is, like, at least dressed. He just peers out the doorway, like, what? What?
Take off your shirt.
Excuse me?
I need you to take off your shirt. Otherwise it's going to get ruined.
Sorry, what have you got planned, excuse me?
I figured something out last night. I was up way too late. I did get sleep, don't worry. I wasn't, like, stupid about staying up, but I figured something out. And I think it's going to help you.
And I'm extremely worried about the connotations of removing my shirt, and suddenly it might get messy and...
It's a good thing. Could just tell you. Okay, so,
Well, if we're doing it in this room.
but, yeah, alright, what? Anyway.
Ignore the connotation.
Well, no, it's not what I mean. Focusing. Right. Anyway, so, I've been, ever since you told me that story about what happened to you in Kabul, about protecting people and losing your wings for it, I've been trying to figure out if I could fix that. What happened to you wasn't fair, and there's a lot of things in this world that aren't fair, but that's what magic's for. Magic is for making things fair and making things better, so I've been working on this since you told me about that. So, here, just take your shirt off. It'll make sense. And Soren pulls out a vial of holy water that he has had since like, the beginning of, because it came with the accolades kit.
Pickled holy water at this point.
It's still holy water. It stays blessed. And he can make
Pickled
his own
God
holy
juice.
water if he really wants to. So,
Mhm.
and he has this kind of wild contraption that he's built. It looks a little bit like a handmade clock, but it's the closest thing that a chronomancy theurge could get to a prayer wheel.
Okay.
And
Walking around with an astrolabe.
basically, yeah. It's kind of like that. So, he's gonna wait for Vigil to get his shirt off because he doesn't want to ruin
Yep.
the shirt.
Sure. Vigil will de-shirt. Actually, no, I've got fucking clothes of mending. So I'll just say to Soren, it won't matter. Whatever you're attempting, it won't matter. The things will fix themselves.
Well, I mean, all right. So he'll uncork the bottle of holy water that he's got and kind of throw it into the air, and the water catches in what little sunlight there is here shifts and turns to these golden sparks and flame that sort of coalesces briefly into runes of time magic and healing and all of the things he's known for. It's faster than probably the eye can see at that point, and all of the sparks land on Vigil's back and coalesce into where his scars are.
Can you make me an intelligence check, please?
Yep, sure.
As you attempt to not only conjure the runes of magic in this strange place, but also the nature of this realm,
I hate this fucking
meddling
place so
in the
much.
magical flow.
That was the thing, wasn't it? Was it every spellcast? I forget now.
Yeah, except
Yeah,
for
I think
cantrips,
you
yeah.
guys basically could get cantrips working in like sort of downtime quite easily. But leveled spells require greater
Yeah.
efforts.
I don't think there's anything I can give myself.
What level is the spell?
7th.
Ah, I see.
It's the DC 17, is it then?
Yeah, can
I would say, but yes.
I
Yes, it
can't
is
guide
DC
myself
17
before I
check.
do this, can I? Yeah, Soren wouldn't have thought of that because he's excited.
Just do it. I mean, you can do it again tomorrow if it.
Oh.
Easy.
Yes,
Easy.
Wizard, I love you.
Thematic.
One very excited wizard.
Well, yeah.
What happens?
Spell works as intended. You may continue your description with no
No interruptions from the DM.
mischievous alterations.
So, and Soren's kind of clearly struggling with this, but he's focused and clear and intent and just honed in on the magic. Hell yeah, natural 20. What do you want them to look like? Feathers or not?
No, God, no.
No
They
feathers?
No, they were my old. I mean, they were kind of
Tell me
same
about them.
color, webbed, winged. I don't know. It's hard to describe something I've not seen for 20 years.
Same color as your skin, webbed, like bat wings, yeah?
Yes.
Well, there
Yeah.
might be a little bit of a modification, but we'll try. I guess I'll just keep going then. So as the magic takes hold, Vigil's wings will slowly start to grow out from his back. But amidst the kind of the leathery reddish pattern, it's like gilding, where the scars would have been, where the veins are, it's gold. In sort of a web work of kintsugi all across the wings and across the back, and the gold kind of starts out sort of slow on the outside, sort of spread out, and then as it gets in, it becomes more and more and more gold until it's completely gold at the base, and then spider webs out across his back where the scars were. And that, let me see how long this takes. For the duration of the spell, which is 1 hour, so it will be quite a lot of concentration on Soren's part. This is not a quick process, but your wings will regrow as described over the course of the
Holy
next
shit.
hour.
Casting time is 1 minute, so it takes you a minute to cast it, but then the whole time it just starts growing in.
I love how the whole prayer wheel thing was just
And
a material component.
Astrolabe.
Hell yeah.
So after 60 seconds of Soren absolutely concentrating his brains out, he just kind of slumps to the ground and sits there and looks up at you. So, okay, wow, it worked.
I don't feel anything yet. I
Just
this is immediately after. Like,
give it a second. The magic took, surprisingly. Never done that before. But yeah, just give it a minute. Literally a
okay.
minute. Well, an hour, but
An hour.
Yeah, you might want to be careful when you get breakfast.
Okay. Good to know. I'm not really Vigil's just a little perplexed at the minute because he can't see anything that's gone on.
There
Because
is
it's so
a
small.
very strange, almost pins and needles feeling on your back. Muscles twitching and shifting and moving, almost in reverse.
It's supposed to hurt.
No, not really. I mean, it might be uncomfortable, but you're literally regrowing limbs.
Vigil just vaguely shifts in place for a little bit. It's not any worse, but
I think, given the chronomatic nature of the spell,
oh no.
Oh boy.
I think it might be less of a gradual regrowing and more of it like shifting back through all previous states
Oh,
Oh god.
until after an hour it snaps back to the pre-removal with this golden webwork of sort of almost like scarred magic across the wings,
that's fucking sick.
with the pins and needles getting kind of more and more intense. It's not painful's the wrong word, but it's that
Yeah.
you want to itch it or scratch it or something,
Yeah.
and your back muscles are just constantly twitching and juddering and forgotten memories.
You see Vigil like flexing his hand the whole time, just like,
Can I get you a stress ball?
I'll be fine, thank you.
Can I get you
And-
anything?
I guess you can see, I guess if you're watching the process then to picture it worked, then you can see the muscles and everything moving and everything, but I guess over time I'll describe the reverse of it,
Yeah.
which is a little bit morbid. It's there's no cauterizing, because cauterizing would have brought finality to it. But I guess the first thing that would come back would be the severing at the back. So it would be the scars in the back, I guess, pointing from the deepest part of them, would fill in first. And then slowly the bones would rejoin. And then, like, breaks wouldn't undo, just, like, bit by bit. I think then, like, the wing membranes, like, as that were going from, like, top to bottom would just refill up that way. Pinprick holes of, that were, like, well, not pinprick holes, probably, like, wider holes, like a blade or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's going in a few times, and then that slowly undoes itself, I think, over time. And then when Vigil sees, like, the shadow thing coming back, he's not really sure what to do. He's just watching the process intently. Like, he stops flexing his hand when he starts seeing the results. He starts watching. Just the whole time.
Like I said, lots of things in this world aren't fair. And you lost those doing what was right by people. So,
This works. I don't know what to say.
don't have to say anything. You saved my ass so many times. At this point, let's just call it repayment, if you like it that way.
Okay.
Doesn't feel right.
Body parts are restored after 2 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But you heal 1 hit point per round for the next hour.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was a canonical length of conversation then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as at that moment, there is the magic finishes, and you feel the wings, familiar muscles. They are stiff. You've not used those for a long time.
Yep.
And there is a familiar shadow cast over you.
I
By
think that's the first thing Vigil looks at. He goes, huh.
It worked. Great.
Like he, like touches the wing member. It's there. Like illusion. He thinks, no, that's not
No, they're real.
Israel.
They're gonna look a little different, but should work.
That is new. And then the strangest thing is like he goes to move the thing around so he can see the end. And it's like, okay.
Hold on. Mirrors on either side of him so he can see himself.
Yeah, shards of mirrored glass into place. Give you a full 360
There.
analysis.
Yeah.
I'll be damned. There's even the mark from. I remember that one.
I mean, all the scars will be gold, but
I remember that one as well. This one, they said, would stop me from being part of the Sky Guard.
Yeah.
I told them to fuck off initially, but these were going to be the wings that would take Varitania, I was told. Initially.
hopefully you can use them for something more constructive, eh?
Is hoping.
Soren will get up off the floor, stretch, kind of shake his hands out. Ah, breakfast?
I will be
A minute. Yeah,
perhaps more.
go try him out. If you want me to make this room bigger so you can fly around, I think I could.
The wingspan will take some time to get used to again.
Yeah, you're gonna walk into things a lot.
Like Vigil actually stretches, and like the wings go as wide as they can.
So he's subtly making the room bigger so he doesn't like
Yeah.
himself on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Is Ansel up yet? Wait, we should probably let him sleep. He doesn't like early mornings. I'm so tired. Ugh.
Imagine. Thank you. Oh, this is
Welcome.
spawning.
Ah, we're going to go possibly to our deaths and try to go find an ancient artifact to put the world back to rights, even though it probably won't matter. Yeah. Figure. If we die tomorrow, at least I did something good by someone else, you know?
You just got through telling me that magic was used to make things better.
It is.
Don't go back on that word now. We will make a difference.
I hope so. Otherwise, this is going to be a really bad trip.
And then you see that the shirt just adjusts like this is the backing of the tears happen.
Slits.
Yeah.
We're going to have to modify your armor. Ah, fuck, I didn't think about that.
I mean it's magic.
Yeah, I suppose it'll just reform to fit your body. Nope.
If you know what, I will try it out, and if I come down in 20 minutes looking mildly perturbed at best, I will let you know. But until then, I'm going to try and get in it.
Okay, well, I'm going to go not be in this awkward conversation because I didn't really think of what to say after that. Plan conversations in your head. Anyway,
Thank you. I can't think.
Thank you's alright. Just, you know, don't fly into anything. Soren kind of awkwardly shuffles for the door that he makes himself in the side of the wall.
Yeah.
Just like, door. And then shuffles awkwardly towards it, and then sort of slides out.
God, imagine if you had that power in real life. Just, I'm gonna make a door. Bye. Oh.
Best exit ever. Open door, closed door. Yeah. Can't believe that worked. Breakfast. His sword wanders off for food.
You Benny Hill trying to get Vigil getting his armor.
Wait, that's not Benny Hill. Yakety sax. Anyway. Oh, that is Benny Hill.
Oh. What's
Guess
your
the
next
armor
move?
adjusts.
What is the armor?
It's the magic murder plate. I can't remember the name of it. One sec. It is Mage Eater's half plate, and it is magic armor.
I like the idea that you might have to just crudely cut like slits in it for your wings to fit,
Yeah.
and then later you'll get an actual blacksmith to make like nice cutouts. But for now, it's like, oh, we took an axe to it.
Yeah. It wasn't precise, but I did it. This is half plate rare, requires achievement
Yeah.
plus 2 AC armor. Yeah.
It might require some gentle encouragement.
Vigil has exactly a million ways to induce gentle encouragement. And Rahima might be the actual best tool for it at this point.
That is a very good shout, actually. It's perhaps one of the few tools that can do the work that needs to be done.
He'll try his best to be as good of a job he can do without butchering the back of the armor and making himself worse. He will do it.
Roll crap.
Oh my god. Yeah, Vigil eventually gets in the armor and returns downstairs, like tips of the wings, like hit door frames and stuff every now and again. Oh, for fuck's
Owen's currently considering whether to make you roll and what the penalty would be for failing, which is -1 AC or something.
What I will say, in its current state, if in a situation where it's fitting, like if you, for example, were
Well, it's not
to-
fitting. That's the problem.
Yes.
But,
But if you were to crash or like fail acrobatics check or something by a certain degree of failure, you might the armor might dig in and bite it and
Yeah,
cause damage due to the rough edge.
that's fair.
It's functional, but it's not safe. It's not up to
Yeah.
health and safety standards.
No progress without pain.
Oof.
Yeah. But it works. And the half plate seems kind of eager to be worn and accommodating. It's the metal splits beneath your blade almost easily.
So what's the final look of these wings here once they've finally regrown? Are they? You said they're matching your skin color?
Yeah, I'm imagining, you have
Bat-like or
the-
like skeletal-like or?
you like fiend wings. You have the winged tiefling archetype, where it shows like the proper fiend like bat-like wings. Sort of. I could strip Google fiend wings
Yeah,
and find you a decent
Google us a
example.
picture.
Yeah,
So they're but bat-like, I imagine.
I'm
Kind of-
imagining
kind of a
something
leathery
like this,
skin.
matching the color, like this, but matching the color kind of thing.
But with kintsugi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, less spikes.
They're all
Badass.
the way gold at the bottom where the most scar tissue is.
If I understand, maybe the professional artist can answer this. If the wings come out of the back, and that's like where the bone is attached, right? Like it'd be back here.
I would imagine that in times when I've actually drawn winged characters, they have some extra sets of bones towards their back, so it attaches where
That's
the
what I was
shoulder blades are. So it's like
Yeah.
a second set of muscles and shoulder. It's kind of hard to
Mhm.
explain.
But in terms of modifying armor, you basically cut out
Yeah,
two slits here.
basically from the top, you'd leave like a collar, and then you'd leave either the back open or you'd have like actual like fairly large cutouts for them, so you have actual mobility. Because you can't just have like little 1-inch slits, because then you can't flap them at all. You'll need your back to be pretty open.
So when you're flanked, you'll suffer -1 to AC because of the exposed vulnerability of.
Oh dear.
Mm.
A mechanic from an older age. Says
Very
everyone.
old age.
That might actually be an easy solution for Vigil, is just simply removing the back half of the breastplate
Yeah.
and
Probably.
modifying the leathers to bind on the front. And
I have
yeah.
another suit of armor I can cannibalize, actually. I have cast off half plate. I could actually cannibalize parts of that and make some sort of,
Like
You
replacement.
said your
back
current
panel.
is a half plate?
Yeah, it's a Mage Eater's half plate is what I'm using in a minute. Does that mean like there are
Wait,
panels? But
half plate features chainmail, so I reckon you could modify it and essentially have the chainmail wrap around and a bit more comfortably with the leather.
yeah,
Protect the back whilst the breastplate and plate work is on the front.
that makes sense.
Damn. Your half plate is +2? I guess my armor's
Yeah.
+2. I don't know why I'm like freaking out.
Yeah, Vigil comes downstairs with that sorted. This is going to take some getting used to.
Soren's napping, kind of, in a chair with breakfast half eaten in front of him. Looks tired.
Enzo wanders in, sees Vigil with wings, and is like, "Ah, fuck! I'm still asleep, aren't I?"
You are not. You are not.
Enzo tries to do something he could only do in a dream, like fly. But that might work here in the ordered house. I don't know.
No, it says local gravity, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm like,
You can exert will to attempt to fly.
I try to fly and then fall on my ass. Wait,
Hi.
I point to Soren, like blaming him, like blame the wizard.
Waves.
is this permanent?
Yeah.
This is me from 20 years ago.
Kind of mean if it wasn't.
Wow, that's incredible. They work? You can fly?
I haven't tried yet, but they do ache. It's a lot like
Ah.
I haven't used them in 20 years, so I
Okay.
imagine it will take some getting used to.
Well, you're no longer allowed on the carpet, so get used to it. I'm kidding. You can join.
Floor's lava.
I need that for a time.
Floor is limbo.
True.
I think at this point all of us have some form of flight, like to ourselves. Enzo, you have the carpet on your own now. If
Yeah,
we have
that's
need of it.
that's all I have.
Soren, you have the broom.
Yeah.
Glimmer can just fly.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep.
A reminder that I cannot carry my own carpet, and Vigil carries it for me until I need it.
This is true. Like, Vigil, can I fly? Sure. I don't know, can you?
Such a blue deck. I'll let you fly.
But it follows us. Like, it's semi-sentient.
That's
so-
true. It is semi-sentient.
Like, I think
Yeah, I
it just
guess
kind of
it's-
wanders around itself.
It's just my Tasha's float. What's it called?
Tensor's floating
disk.
disc.
Tensor's floating disk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But it's a carpet.
Meanwhile, when were all these drawings here before? Have you been doodling?
I've been doodling.
Oh, okay.
Service carpet.
Is that a
So
nest?
it's so strength.
Yeah, it's Anna's nest.
Aw.
Oh. I guess speaking of
it's just
Anna,
depression
let's just depression cube. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. It looks like you guys are done. Go find Anna and fuck. T dot. That's what I'm gonna say, T dot. Go find Anna and T dot, our dwarf friend. And Ten.
Yeah.
That's the one. 20 as I call him.
I suppose we should go get Arian too.
And 20.
Enzo laughs at his own joke.
Vigil actually laughs. Like, get like a brief laugh out of Vigil.
Math humor is what it took to break Vigil.
What took to break Vigil was a very good morning.
Yeah, I guess so. Go get them. Even I got up a little early because I'm excited about this. So I'm ready in 30 if you are.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Alright, I'll go fetch Arian real then.
Wait, she's going with us?
She said she wanted to, so
Right?
Okay.
I will go and get the dwarf.
2 wizards. This will be new.
don't know how combat ready she is.
Go show her what spells you have prepared so she can prepare around you. Or redundancy's good too.
I will go and retrieve the dwarf. Vigil goes to retrieve the dwarf.
Okay.
His tail's like lashing slightly.
So, your party is Arenril, Tenten, the three of you, Glimmer, and Tassel.
Yes, Tassel.
Tassel's a party member now.
Okay.
Give Tassel a gun.
And how are you... So you assembled the party. Tenten is happy to come, but he does ask if you have any spare armor that might fit a dwarf. or weapons.
Yeah, we got stuff.
Because I'm not much of a fighting man.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
you
a
have your choice of weaponry, and then Vigil just like
Just
starts
climb on
putting
this bag of
armory on
holding.
the table. Vigil just starts putting his
yeah, just
armory on the
doing it.
table.
I mean, if he's not much of a fighting man, is the strat just to take our best armor and hang back?
Yeah. Put him on the carpet.
More than happy to. I use my hands to bring life and love into a piece of wood. I don't use wood to bring death.
Yeah, good thing we've got steel swords.
Is he saying he's a cleric? What was that?
Carpenter. Right?
Oh, okay.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Wood cleric.
I went through a weird phase of trying to become a druid, but they didn't let me in.
You know what, buddy? Do you want a shard of the ice rune? I don't know.
I honestly could not tell you what that is.
I mean,
But if you're offering, sure.
take my trident of fish command.
Takes the trident and he takes the ice rune.
Yeah,
Right,
just-
what do I do with these?
Attune to them on a short rest.
And what do you mean by that?
Well,
Jesus.
Oh,
This is
right.
my first real gig as one of your adventurer types. I'm not
You
quite
haven't
up to
read
date
the
on the lingo.
PHB? Come on, dude.
PHP, I mean, I'm up on the latest carpentry standards and safety guidelines, but
Wow, it looks like your memory's
I
coming
don't-
back.
shite, yeah, I forgot, so forget everything.
He's got
Oh.
memento tattoos on him, but they're just for carpentry.
look, the Enzo, the PHB isn't necessary. He doesn't have a pretty harmful blade. He has a trident. So at the minute, there's a different set of circumstances that
Oh
follow
my
that.
god.
Enzo will, over breakfast, show him how to attune to a magic item and give him the Trident of Fish command, unironically, the Shard of the Ice Rune, and I don't know, do we have a spare armor? Just a-
I have the cast off, but it is tiefling sized. It is.
It should shrink down since it's magic.
It is a common.
Well,
it is a common
the
magic.
cast off being innately animated armor. I say sure. It feels like armor that it's the magics can manipulate its form to aid in the casting off. I would say it can shape. It's not the best fit, obviously. If it was made for dwarven builds, it would be more comfortable for him. But he's not really going to be.
I've got
It
long
is
shots.
Cavoli half plate. It is Cavoli half plate, by the way. So like, it is branded appropriately.
What is this plate from? It's like your armor you started
It
with?
is the armor I started with in the campaign, yeah. So it
Mhm.
is
Yeah, it's just
Vigil.
it's a white common.
Straight from Cavol. Like,
It's like in Witcher 3, you get the Geralt armor and it looks fucking great, and then you never wear it again.
Breaks my heart. Like he spends the next minutes putting on. Clearly doesn't know how,
Nope, other strap.
and ends up looking like a bit like a metal teapot.
Okay.
look, I have been wearing this for years. Look, you need to adjust this, and then Vigil will help to armor the dwarf.
Puts a pauldron
Okay.
on as like a helmet.
That goes there.
Ah, right. I thought that went on my legs.
No. These. It's just like, stand there.
Might be a
It's
little.
you end up with very much a Gimli at Helm's Deep situation
Hell
where he
yeah,
kind of the chainmail kind of hangs a little bit low, but you armor him up. He's no longer like an armor class 10. A
Wound.
commoner.
He is,
He's
I think,
now on-
base 15 plus dex.
Spare shield? Spare shield?
No.
I don't have a spare. Actually, wait, I might do.
Someone's gotta.
We could make one out of
I-
this stuff here, but I don't think it would come with us.
I mean,
I
plus 2
don't
AC
have a
might
spare
help him.
shield. I don't
Yeah.
have a spare
It's
shield. at this
you can
point.
shape the environment. Shaping objects gets a lot trickier.
Yeah, maybe the anarch here can make him one. Mm,
Maybe there's a monk that's got a spare shield we can use.
yeah. Oh, I have.
Or
I
me and
am
Soren could try working on it together. We're pretty good.
down to one healing potion.
I've had some timber.
Oh,
I think I'm
right.
good with. I might be able to.
Down to 0.
Yeah, we didn't go shopping. Okay. Well, all right.
I think I can do wood. Was it
Oh,
still?
he's trying to craft himself a wooden shield? That's a good idea, if he's a carpenter.
I'm a carpenter. Oh, that's
Mhm.
handy then. Hey, yeah, that'd be useful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I've got some long johns.
I also tell him, I mean, I gave him the rune for a reason. It's very good defensively.
Hmm.
I tell him to use Winter's Howl or Icy Mantle if he's in danger, and those should both protect him. I also tell him not to use Gift of Frost and transfer our magic item to a fucking pair of boots, but hopefully. It's like in WoW when you get mind controlled and then your mage just starts teleporting out of the fight. Like, don't do that, please.
Bye. Is Ariana in the room?
Find her.
Okay.
Oh no, so this is after you've all assembled. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's been looking at Vigil's rings with some curiosity and kind of just marveling at the eccentric moment of you all armoring up a dwarf.
Ariana here. You might be able to use this since I'm kind of full at the moment.
Oh.
I'm gonna hand her the Rod of the Storm Exchanger. Because I don't have a use for it, so...
I'm sure it'll be useful.
Something like that, yeah. Are you good at fighting at all?
No,
Okay.
I am a scholar, not a. Well, I don't mean disrespect, but
Hey, I started as an evoker, so, you know.
exactly. Your school has always been more aligned with certain applications of magic of a violent nature.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a very, very diplomatic way of saying it. You're very good at this. Either
Well, you
way,
had an entire school of wizards dedicating to blowing things up with fireball, and well, there's only one thing you can really do with them.
I think Soren has gone beyond blowing shit up with fireball only now.
You haven't been to the Myriad Obelisk in a while, have you? Because there's all schools there. It's not just evokers now.
Oh, perhaps our judgments of another time, clearly.
Yeah, no, you're from that other school, aren't you?
All I'm saying is, it's not exactly myriad obelisks when you can count all 5 towers. But
Soren starts laughing. No, it is. That's actually true. All right.
she kind of grins at you somewhat.
This is anyway sort of
You
pretentious.
get the sense she's not really grinned or smiled or laughed for a long time.
Okay. Are we all good?
Well.
Can we go? Where are we going? How are we going? Because limbo.
Ariana,
The
what is
adamantine walls before you
Oh.
shunt
Thank
open,
you.
and the staircase opens to the front of the house.
I guess
Ariana,
we're being
what is
shown
the
up.
most offensive spell you can cast?
Insult parents. Sorry.
Ah,
Let's see how highest circle she's got.
well, are we talking theorize?
No, I'm talking about
Or
murdering people. This is the simplest thing I can give you.
Practicality, yes.
I had right the 4th circle.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm presuming the basics, like Soren has the cantrips and the explosions every now and again.
Yes, I can wield certain powers and magics. Again, I really am more of a theoretical scholar, more so.
The theoretical part will help us after the fight. For the up front of it, I think us will be doing much of the heavy lifting.
Alright. First off, before we get going...
Saren always did more of the. Sorry, Taj. We need to find
a better name for
Minarez
did most of the field work.
Yeah.
Where we work together.
Wait, is Minores another Tajikar name?
Minora's
Oh.
there.
It was
Okay.
the name he used
I can't
when we
believe it.
wrote his name.
Fast. So
It's a simple
Oof, all right.
anagram.
Yeah.
But it avoided the Guardians.
3 creatures with same age.
Owen, I have been attuned to Ruin since yesterday. Has anything happened? By the way, I chose Poison for my resistance at dawn.
Okay. Nothing untoward or ill fortune has happened to you.
I have
Okay.
a dumb idea. I think I'm actually going to cast Aid on myself, Arianril, and Tenten, rather than you
So it only
two.
had 3?
It only
That
hits
makes
3.
the most sense.
Yeah, because you two are pretty hardy, but if you sneeze at wizards, we fall over. So
Would it be crazy to cast it twice? Or-
that's 2 third levels.
Does that stack?
No, but I
It's-
mean, us 3, Arianril, Tenten. That's it. There's no 6th unless you count Glimmer.
And Glimmer's invisible 90% of the time. So
Hmm.
Or a
Yeah, all
spell?
right. Give it to them.
all right. Arianril,
the lowest
Tenten,
HP.
come here just for a second, and Sorn will cast Aid on the 3 of us. So that's 15 hit points to myself, the other wizard, and the dwarf.
Intelligence check.
Oh, fuck me. Alright. 19.
You succeed.
And I'm debating popping Death Ward on one of us.
Yourself is always the answer for Death Ward. Healer can't die.
I have my own. Bonk bonk. Vigil bats the front of the shield.
I have a 120 point lay on hands.
Does a 15 cut it for a level 4? Okay.
Is it in check for me as well, Owen?
Alright.
It would be a yes. It is intelligence.
Ooh.
Still intelligence.
Well, spell slots are less crucial to me.
Okay.
I'll just stab things.
Yeah.
If you'll give me like another hour before we leave, I can regain some of that energy back, just in case. I don't know what we're gonna face out there. I'd
Yeah,
rather not
take
go
a
out
second.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about these cards as I'm fiddling with the Void card in my hands.
Okay, Arcane Recovery is used for today.
Vigil will step outside and flex his wings and sort of try and get a semblance of use back out of them briefly.
3rd and a 4th back. And then, let's see here.
Do you have any healing potions left, Lucy? Because me and Rune are down to 0, it sounds like.
I do. I have.
Right.
You want to know something kind of gross? I have
Codex.
4 healing pouches, so I've got healing Go-Gurt left at this point.
Ugh.
Are those 2d4 plus 2?
We can actually
2d4
ask the
plus 2.
monks. Do you think
And
they
I
got
have
anything?
1 greater healing.
We should probably ask them, actually. I don't feel good about me just being the only person with healing magic.
Rune, did you prepare a healing word or no?
I don't even think I have it.
Oh, okay.
No, I do. I did prepare healing word. We're good.
Oh. Do you mind if I take the greater and maybe one of the pouches? From you, Lucy?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I have 1 regular healing potion left.
Oh, and are the healing pouches and healing potions interchangeable?
Yes. I think the healing pouches do have a sell-by date, but it is measured in months. They get more and more unpleasant and slightly more potent. I would say, given
from
their
the-
age,
from the herbal shop or
you
whatever?
can add
Fermentation.
+2 to the total you've rolled to heal.
Okay.
Nice.
So you have a pouch of healing mozzarella now.
Oh, gross.
However, they might require a low DC, but a con check nonetheless to otherwise lose an action vomiting and not gain the benefit.
Okay, well, I'll drink
just-
the good one first.
Trapped healing potions.
I also have I have Yariel's feather as a consumable
Yep.
here.
Healing feta cheese.
Ow. Sorry, ice pick headache.
You good, Ru?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ow.
I think
Well,
we...
custard was made for medicinal reasons.
Ugh.
And
Really?
so what are you taking?
I
You
believe
get
so.
Greater healing potion and what else?
Greater healing potion in one of the pouches, one of the
Yeah, okay.
lesser
Okay.
thingies.
Sorted.
Alright, got the diamond taken care of, Jarl's feather. Scroll of anti-magic field. Cuz.
That might be useful here.
So
Okay.
Ruin is attuned on poison, and I'm attuning to void
Actually-
because those are the same
Wait,
slot.
I didn't attune to any of the cards. It's my-
Just
We were
to-
testing it on me first to see if they did anything weird because we were
Oh,
worried.
Right.
The last one fucking cursed 3 of us.
Yeah.
Just to let you rune, just let you know, rune.
Hmm.
Because you can now comprehend magic of the eighth circle, correct?
Yes.
So, in theory, you could attempt to transcribe the anti-magic scroll into your book
Oh shit.
Fuck
because it's eighth
yeah.
level spell.
Can I do that?
Just because that's something that when you made a choice earlier on in the games, you were like, "I'm going to keep this until."
Oh
I can."
yeah,
So
I
it,
did.
It feels fair to remind you of this.
Thank
instead of-
you. Yeah, I
Probably
did say
Tate
that
a-
fucking a
a
year
day
and
or
a half
something.
ago.
Consider this a free reaction from the trigger of finally being able to cast eighth spells.
Thanks, buddy.
Uh,
Can I do that while I'm arcane recovering or nah? I don't even think I have
I
the
think it'd take like
speed.
8 hours. I think.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so we'll have to do that later. I'll
Okay,
make
I'm
a note
feeling
in my
good
notes.
here.
Alright.
Also,
Transcribe.
it's abjuration, so you wouldn't be able to cast it whilst attuned to the evocation card.
Oh, this is
Magic.
true, yeah.
I'm not
Do
attuned
we have
to
any-
the evocation card.
No, no one but me is attuned to any cards right now. I mean, if you guys want, but
No, I'm good. I'm also full.
yeah. Do we
That's
have any
fine.
other unused magic items?
Um,
I
But-
don't. I've got like a fucking orb of direction, but I don't think that's gonna be useful in here.
What did? Oh, that action. Okay.
I have a ring of mind shielding that is currently going unused. Because
You.
I have got Skull Shield for the free Death Ward.
Yeah,
I have Mage Eater's Halfplate and Rahima currently attuned.
that's 3.
Plus the Spies Moment, but that's free. So.
Immune to magic
Yeah,
allows
so
other
we'll
creatures to
do
read
this.
your thoughts, determine whether you are lying.
Yeah.
That
I
almost
mean,
that makes it too easy. Enzo wouldn't want that.
we could give it to Ariana, just in case anybody tries to get in her head.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, the stuff that she knows could sort of end the world. So
I'll attune back to the Eye of Memnor while my slot is freed up.
hey, we could
Nice.
try scrying on the Terracon to see if it's
Terracon?
moved or something. Yeah, we're not familiar with it. That's the problem. We've only seen it. Wait, I turn and look at Ariana. Have you seen it?
Seen what now?
The Terracon.
Terracon.
No.
Just a thought.
Unfortunately not. I've seen sketches, images, renditions of, but
Yeah.
not the object itself.
Oh, hey, since we're stepping out of here and I don't think you have any of these, sort of rummage in his stuff and pull out some of the waxed folios he used to keep his notes in before he got the treatise and hand them to Arianrol. These'll keep your notes from getting waterlogged. Just in case something happens. They're also mildly fire resistant.
Oh, I have a bag of holding.
Oh, well, whatever then. Check the toxifolios away. That works.
Oh.
I made him back in like year 1, so. Okay. Got the lantern.
There's not a spot on this sheet for resistances, is there?
A satchel of capacity.
There is not.
Nope, I got hold it.
I don't think there is. No, I think it's technically a feature that would grant you resistance. You'd have to add it.
When the fuck did I
Yeah.
get clothes of mending?
I never look at my features.
You stole them
I did.
from a lord.
I did. Oops.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Oh,
This-
Owen, quick question. know-
Some strange deity wished to portray Soren in a new look, I believe, and so clothes were required.
That's true.
You were gonna say?
I have 2 vials of holy water. Did I
Okay.
use one for the spell? Because I did thematically toss it into the air. I know it doesn't actually
I
say that
would
it consumes
say-
unused, but
Yes, it has been consumed.
okay, so I have 1 left.
And props for consuming consumables in a role placing.
I've had those since like episode 4. Or something crazy. I don't remember where I picked up holy water. But they're there.
Maybe your
Alright.
mother gave it to you? This
No.
is not a dig, like, maybe.
No, that's actually a legitimate thought. Yeah, maybe she did. Right.
Okay.
We
I
good?
think Enzo's gone to attune. I've attuned to the Eye of Memnor, assuming we've taken that hour in your arcane recovery, and I'm going to scry. Targeting the Terracon. I can never remember. Can this target an object?
Yes.
Ah,
No.
Okay. So it
Can
has
target a creature or a location.
Oh, I've just had a thought, actually.
Hmm.
Owen, since Soren is a Theurge,
Go.
can he cast cleric-based scrolls?
no,
No. Okay.
no.
So
It
this
is
raised dead scroll
still,
is still dead weight. Damn.
yeah. It's
I have resurrect. So.
It's cleric spells can count as wizard spells if someone
Ah.
takes them.
Mhm.
I see.
So it's still through that arcane mortal tongue
Yeah.
linguistics.
I am also using chronomancy. It's not actual healing. I mean, it is theoretically it is, but it is not divine power used
Yeah.
to heal.
It
is
doesn't get rid.
literally-
It doesn't heal the cold. It just
Yeah.
rewinds you to a point where you didn't have the cold.
or your nose. So parts of you are in.
Okay. I think I am prepared.
Doesn't
As
that
am I.
mean
And we can't scry, so I guess we're not scrying. Unless when you say it, it could work. But by the rules, I think it can.
the Anarch might have some clues to where that is too? At least a direction to send us in.
This is true.
Hey, Enzo, here.
I would say you can attempt to scry.
Ooh.
Cool.
Let's attempt it. Takes 10 minutes, so.
Is
not
that
bad.
what's
The eye is a. It has always whispered to you. It's become background noise at this point.
In
The
Jotun.
words in Jotun, which it allows you to understand.
guidance?
Did you just say Jotun? Your
Jotun.
Scandinavian neighbors would be embarrassed.
Jotun.
Jotun.
Eaton.
I'm only yoking around.
You also have the free out of I'm actually Gaelic, so
Yeah.
These wells.
What? Yeah, my. I am. Unfortunately, it is summer, and therefore I operate at 3 levels of exhaustion all days. Yes, the Eye of Memnor calls and whispers as you look into its palantir-like sphere. That one eye staring straight at you, it calls and whispers, "I can show you more."
Slap
I
Enzo
can-
on the back with guidance.
It said I can show you war.
More.
More.
Oh, more. Okay.
What is it you seek, youngling?
I think about the Terracon from what I know it to look like, and say in my mind a powerful earthen artifact somewhere near here.
So
The eye flares.
here. I don't know if this will help you. But there you
I
go.
hope I don't fall over to the dark side. Nah, save it.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, because I don't think there's an int check.
Alright, well, you've got guidance.
Sure.
Okay. Can. Hmm. Actually, that's not how it worked last time. Now you are within the plane of limbo in this strange half in, half out borderland. You see the eye flare and it kind of fills your vision as it has done before. You feel the eye of Memnor carry you at lightning speed. Northward, southward, direction has no real meaning here, but parallel to sort of the knife's a few degrees off, but sort of off in the direction that the house points, like a knife blade out into the mist. It travels through formless mist before snapping onto a turbulent bowl of earth and rock, granite, obsidian, almost like an amphitheater. It's shaped cupping the Terracon. This looks to be sort of part metal, part crystalline cube, about a foot in diameter, but its size shifting, changing. It stutters smaller, larger, splitting this way than that, and is not alone. There are at least a dozen creatures that stand about it. They are tall, lumbering, toad-like in their physique. See a number tall, blue, vicious hooked claws extending from the knuckles of their hand. Others red, smaller, hunched, mewling. One that they all seem to show some reverence to. Cocks a head, a tongue, slowly licking an eyeball clean. That eyeball sparkles with a keen intellect, arches in the air, trying to see something, and sees you. It is a figure, hunched and decrepit, the toad skin hanging loose in folds from the arm, a sickly, kind of dark grey, black, warted and mottled. They hold a staff capped with a humanoid skull with various spurs and spikes just chaotically having burst from its bones. You. Come on then, you fuck. Come and take it. I'm all for round two. Come, you mewling little weakling rats. Prepare yourselves for a proper fight.
Tits.
Let's pop off a detect thoughts via the Eye of Memnor. Because I can.
Okay.
Probe
are
as
you
deep as
going
I
to
can. Yeah.
Okay, you like wisdom save.
DC 17. Unless it's. I forget if mine is higher, if it uses mine or not.
It's DC 17. Okay. The creature passes the saving throw.
Okay.
The surface thoughts that you get are of revenge and vengeance. before the creature dispels your scry.
Oh shit.
And did you say this one was blue? Was that the visual?
No, this it is a sickly black gray.
Sickly black gray, and it has a staff, kind of like a spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Staff with a humanoid skull. So if I saw the group of 12 of them, I could easily pick that one out.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't the largest, but it seemed to be the one they were all scared of.
Sure.
The last thing you hear just before the spell is discarded, basically as a response to this creature's cry, all the other Slard begin a strange, kind of almost honking roar. And they all lean back and bellow, throats expanding and bulging.
Whoa.
I'm just imagining a lot of geese just getting very angry now.
Yes.
Angry
I saw a
honks.
swan attack a man today. Straight up,
Casually.
like, went for the ankles.
Don't
It was a
attack. Don't fuck
proper...
with swans.
No, it had signets nearby, so I think people were getting a little bit too
Mm-hmm.
keen on the cute thing.
Did you say a dozen or dozens? Of
At least a dozen.
At least a dozen. Okay. Well, I will report what I saw, and I will say, do you think we can take on at least a dozen of those frog demons? What are they called, Slod?
I don't know. Arcana?
How long ago was it that we faced the first couple?
Oh.
Yeah. What level were we?
And I do have Fiendish Codex here.
What was the one we faced in Veritania? What was
It was
the
a blue
color?
one.
It was a blue one?
It was a blue one.
God, we need a Pokedex.
A slab.
There were a number that you fought.
Was it
There was
one
a
that
blue
escaped.
one. Yeah. The one that escaped was a grey slard, I believe. You identified it as.
27 Arcana to
Ooh.
figure out how to deal with these things. I also have a pile of books on demons. Well, fiends, actually. I don't think Donatori was into demons.
Donatori was into a lot of shit.
And he's in shit right now, so yeah.
Oh yeah, probably waist deep.
That is no fault, but whatever.
Ah, fuck him.
Busted. I mean, yeah, we're level 15. We're pretty busted. If we can, I don't think we can fight all 12, but I think if we can separate them into two groups, we can easily take half of them.
Banishment. I have taken banishment.
Banishment can multi-target when upcast, I think.
Yes.
So my banishment hits 2. Yours can hit a lot.
All of a lot. 1, 2, 3,
If
4.
Limbo is bleeding into this realm, is there a chance it just comes back here with a faint pop? If we're intersecting with another realm?
No, why? I mean, banishment sends them to their plane of origin. I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I see
from
what
Limbo.
Lucy's saying. If they're from Limbo, could they return? But they probably wouldn't. Like, they probably could return, but they wouldn't return immediately. And that's enough for us to grab it and go. And
Grab it and book, yeah. Anything at that Arcana roll, Owen?
I'd say taking some time. 27 is pretty fucking high, and you do have those books with you. Well, let me just double check the books again. 'Cause I think this puts an entry in one of them.
I think it's Yutoma Batari Denizens? Or
It
maybe it's...
would be Fiendish Codex 2.
Ah, okay, cool.
And I would say using that, you've seen blue and red Slardy before. Enzo, you would have observed at least one of their number being particularly more frog-like and brightly green in its warty hide. But the one that spoke with Enzo's description and your knowledge, and you find in the book a entry on such a creature.
Mm-hmm.
You deduce that it might be a death slud, being in. The book describes their kind of twisted ecology of corruption, disease, using the mortal races as hosts for their young. But before their kind fall to essentially rites of cannibalism to achieve their higher and more powerful forms. You learn that a Death Slard is a powerful innate spellcaster,
Mm-hmm.
is capable of learning magic beyond their innate abilities. Is known as believed to come from a Grey Slard. How exactly that occurs is unknown. This codex posits that one must in some way eliminate an existing Death Slard, for their numbers do not appear to grow.
Oh God.
And yeah, they are not necessarily a dangerous creature on their own, but their ability to corral and dominate and bend other Slardy to their will through their strength can be what makes them scary. They can cast
Alright.
Fireball.
Did you say fireball?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know what to do when I see a spellcaster and it's me and Vigil flanking it and murdering it.
Yeah. So he's the priority target, I think.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of unknowns, like, will our spells work? Can we fly out there? How will the space around us behave? But I think let's head out there.
Yeah. That's what I have to do.
What do we remember about these things' capabilities beyond that of spellcasting? There were ample warriors, I presume.
Yeah.
Claws at the ready, bites, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty. Did we fight one of these things once?
We did.
Yeah.
In
On
Veritania,
my
yeah.
way. Yeah.
I don't know if there's an element or something that they've got, but whatever. We'll be fine. We're over prepared, guys. Don't worry. Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
We set out, I guess.
Okay. As you go to leave, how are you leaving?
Didn't the door open behind us?
Yeah, there's the corridor that leads up to the point of the knife. Similar to the one when you first arrived.
Should we not speak to the Anarch first?
Briefly, at least. Yeah, let him know that we're leaving.
Sure.
Let us do so.
The balcony points that way anyway.
Yeah.
This is true.
You climb the 100 steps it takes up and up to the end of the house, where you see the Anarch once more, as you last saw her. Adrift and floating about 10 feet off the ground. Her body doesn't move, but her voice fills your mind once more. So, you seek to leave this place and find the Thirticon.
We do.
Got her.
Good. A hand moves and you watch adamantine panels boom, 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 form a winding path through the air.
We had hoped for some guidance of some kind beyond this.
Had we?
I bet you're just saying that. I didn't know it's true.
Your Terracon is like a thorn within limbo. A device trying to bring order, chaos itself. It should not be.
And if we remove it, then presumably this intercession may end.
I believe it has become the object of some focus to the natives of this plane.
We
There have been
checked.
assaults upon our home. If you take their prize, well, we would be grateful.
Do we have any idea where in this mass this thing is?
Well, the budding anarch in your group, it should take you maybe 2 days
Okay.
away from your world. Enzo,
Yes.
each night, I want you to meditate. Close your eyes and think. Focus on the chaos around you. Do not try to order your mind. Simply let it run. You will feel where this thorn bites. Let it guide you. Find your way to it, and find your way on. I understand that you are figures of some destiny to this world. I am sure you have your own business to attend to, but under D'Angelo, if you ever find yourself requiring the need of further study, we would be most welcome to induct you into our ranks. The Guild of Anarchs is small and always seeks new masters of chaos. You will always have a place here. And beyond.
Well, if I survive all this, I'll stop by.
Good fortune to you.
Thank you for the guidance, Anarch.
And to you.
Remember, the Sladai are beasts of chaos. They do not naturally work together. You may be able to turn this to your advantage.
That is an idea. And so perhaps you could sow chaos among their ranks. Embody that Anarch title.
I would never turn allies against each other.
No, never.
Slutty. I do the thinking emoji and then hop on the carpet, and I guess I'll lead. Tenten and Aranril are free to join me on the carpet because I think my other two party members can now fly.
Vigil will attempt to fly. He won't step off yet. Just testing first.
So hop on his broom.
Yeah, hop on Soren's broom because I'm not sure our carpet can hold 4.
I'm gonna try and fly first and see how it goes.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh, sick. Where are my muscles at? 28.
Nice.
Okay, you do manage sustained like you feel that power in your blood. So it's not just the physical nature of your wings, but there is that power inside that pushes you and brings you aloft. It's
Oh, I missed this.
exhausting, but feels so good.
Oh, that feels fantastic. How long are we flying for? How fast can the broom move
60? 50?
with 2 people?
Well, Owen said it's
30.
2 days, and that might have implied 24 hours per day, or maybe she added in the rest time.
Okay. I think
She was
as
assuming rest time. She told you to sort of basically when you rest,
Mm.
take the opportunity of downtime to focus and
as intoxicating as this is, I should probably temper my usage until I am better used to it.
Always a seat for you on the broom, just to be a bit slower.
Oh, well, I could fly as fast as if there were 2 of us on it anyway, so it makes no difference to me. Vigil
Yeah.
will land, reluctantly, but will land.
Hop on.
Ah, they work.
Yeah, of course they work.
Vigil gets on the broom.
Someone will keep pace with the carpet if you can. It's 30 feet. Carpet's 30 feet.
Something like that.
Yeah, with 3 people on it.
So once we're, for the first part's probably easy, just fly in a straight line. But once we're out of sight of what is, by the way, the visibility? How many feet before we lose sight of the house?
Who? I mean, once you hit the edge and you enter limbo, you get about 30 feet of vision.
Woof.
Or it's just grey soup. And Vigil, Soren, and the others will find they can no longer breathe.
Not again.
Jesus. Oh, Christ. Okay.
Soren says, expending precious oxygen.
Well, pop back out, because we ain't making a 2-day journey like that.
Yeah. Can we go up to avoid that?
Because
Wait,
you're just at the edge of a wall of grey.
that's a good
Oh.
The
point.
soup. Chaos.
How are we gonna...
Ugh.
Do we have a breathing spell? Do we have a...
Water
we need a
breathing.
bottle of air.
Enzo, you can breathe it fine.
Can I... Okay, so how can I... What is the nature of it? I can actually breathe it. It's not that I...
It is the matter of chaos. It is all things. It is potential. It is the soup. It
There's
is
air in it.
the broth of reality. It is an innately magical thing. It's not that there is oxygen. If there was oxygen, then the others should be fine. It is, but you are, as an anarch, you are one, almost like, without thinking. You can simply breathe.
This is increasingly becoming like the Matrix. I'm the one.
Here, at least.
If I think about that process, could I try to extend it to my party in any way? Shield them or
Yeah,
filter air for them?
as you think, a bubble of empty space swells out around you.
Oh.
And there is now kind of a 30-foot radius sphere of air, maybe, around you. I mean, it's... And then the mist continues, and you find again. Now you are beyond the reach of the Anarch of the Ordered House.
Is it... A couple important questions. Is this something I need to concentrate on?
No, because you are an Anarch and can
Okay.
use your wisdom, I believe.
That's pretty good, okay.
I think it might have been something you need to be taught. I would say like a small radius of air is something you could manage. Yeah.
Hey, do either of you have a sleep spell or Soren, do you have that one that paralyzes people?
What? Hold monster.
That one.
Yeah. Boy.
You need to paralyze me. We need to test this because if we're 2 miles in and this stops working, you all die.
That's a.
Well, I guess you teleport out, but it's still bad.
Oh.
Mechanically, what I'm saying is, if this is something I can only do while I'm conscious, and then I get hit with a paralyze or a stunner or a knocked out, then we're fucked. So
I can do it, and then Vigil will use his hold person.
this is also, remember, we're not fighting on this day. It's like a multi-day journey.
Yeah.
Feel free to waste spells.
Right, okay.
I cast hold person on Enzo.
I choose to
Voluntarily.
fail the save.
Yeah. You're paralyzed. Don't know.
Paralyzed target is incapacitated, and does my air bubble persist?
It does. You still have full mental capacities.
Oh. So.
Oh, so somebody casts a people mind on you, or you fucking die.
Well, Earth, I'm unconscious,
Yeah.
but I guess you still have mental capacities while unconscious, maybe.
I can banish you, but that just completely removes you from here.
Do it. That's actually a great idea.
Really?
That's the best way of testing. What if I'm not here?
Alright. I'm gonna
I release hold person, and then
cast
Just
it.
unbanish me. if
Joel,
you're
can you
about
make me an intelligence roll, please?
oh come on.
You're in
so
limbo. I mean, I gotta keep
Seven.
the planar rules.
Oof.
Does a
7.
fizzle into a spell slot?
What level is whole person?
2.
Okay, so DC 12. You fail by 5 or less. So it does succeed.
Oh.
However, it does have an unintended side effect.
Oh boy.
So if you fail the DC by more than 5, it fails and triggers wild magic.
Oh, okay.
If you
Exciting.
roll 5 or closer, it succeeds, but also triggers wild magic.
Fun.
Because I just love tables, man.
Modron.
Modron. Oh no, this would be a terrible place for a Modron.
Yeah.
It would
Lose
just
its mind.
dissolve like fucking.
Freak the fuck out.
It's like
There we
throwing an
are.
ice cube into boiling water.
Can you roll me a D100, please?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
let's get the reincarnate. Come on.
That'd be funny.
30.
You regain all sorcery points. Wait.
Cool. As the whole person was cast at you, and much to all of your surprise from Vigil's fingertips, streams of color, apparently some kind of thin, lightweight, almost transparent colored paper, just like silly string, came flying out of Vigil's fingertips. Some of them in colors you'd never seen before.
Oh, you're using a different table because I saw. Okay.
That's
Alright.
So Enzo is successfully paralyzed and now covered in
silly
lengths
string.
of essentially like tissue paper, colored tissue paper, and silly string like
Gross.
strands
I let go of it.
of color, coalesced color.
So I was
That appears
paralyzed,
to be the only effect.
and when I was paralyzed, there was still an air bubble.
When you're paralyzed, yes, the air bubble maintained itself.
Okay, banish me.
Oh, alright.
This is where we find out I'm actually extraplanar and I'm just gone forever.
Let me just read this real quick.
Sent back to my shulks from.
Native.
Even if-
It's-
I'm definitely born. Well, I think I was born in Spadia. Maybe everything is a lie.
Alright.
Hey, does it count body or soul?
Banishment.
Look, if I'm gone
you-
forever,
oh.
use your time rewind.
Can you make me an intelligence check, please?
Yeah.
Darn fucking Ashmere.
Oh god.
Ooh,
Natural one.
tremendous.
The spell fails.
Son of a. I hate
Can
it
you
here.
make me a D100 check, please? As you weave the runes, and just as you put the power into the spell, the runes suddenly twist, crack, warp, and meld
Modron,
in
Modron,
unexpected ways.
Modron.
28.
This is a fun one on the original table.
Enzo. Enzo casts banishment, and you
Enzo?
are
Sword?
no, the target suffers the effect. The
Oh,
world
no.
goes black.
So it's a spell turning.
So Enzo suffers the effect, and the world goes black. It's you
Well,
can see, you can hear. After a moment, you realize you can still hear everyone else around you.
so originally Soren was casting on me, so you're saying it flips.
So I'm banished.
The result is the target of the spell.
Yeah,
Well, the spell cast failed, so the spell doesn't have an effect on you.
right.
But the wild magic affects the target of the spell. In this
Ah.
instance,
And the wild magic result was.
you are blinded.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Your eyes just.
For a
Suddenly-
second, I think I did get banished to just a black dimension, and then I'm like, and then I hear something. I'm like, wait, what?
Didn't work.
Am I-
Fucking hell.
Then why can't I see?
Because I fucked up. God damn it.
I like. Okay, can you turn it off? Can I get my vision back?
Maybe. Hang on. I guess we didn't take
I
lesser
like how Soren
restoration.
started shouting later.
You obviously can't see, so you can't hear me. Shit. I didn't take lesser restoration, or did I?
Wait,
That's
well,
the
wait
rest
a
of it.
minute. Does it wear
Yeah.
off?
Doesn't seem to.
Oh
Vigil?
my fucking god. I cast Lesser Resto on him.
Oh,
There you go.
I thought
Okay.
maybe 5 points only on hands would do it. But yeah, that works.
Here's a D100. And here's an intelligence
What?
check.
Intelligence check first.
This is gonna cascade 15. Easy.
That's fine. You succeed. You cast the spell, and it does remove the blindness, which had
Yeah.
no duration.
Oh, God.
Oh, god.
Okay,
Okay.
we're quickly learning that messing with magic here is fucking
Awful.
risky and not easy.
Yeah, I told you I hated it here.
But nothing
like a
we've done
banished.
has gotten rid of the air, so I think we can assume that it won't get rid of the air. And also, if we do, you can always just teleport us back to the ordered house. It's not like we're going to die in there,
Well, no. Hang on.
probably.
If I consciously focus on controlling limbo, how far can I affect space?
I believe it was given
Stupid,
your
right?
intelligence score something like 20 miles.
Right. Okay, so I am going to
But
use
you
that.
have to essentially fully concentrate on it and can just about walk. I
Soren
think on
will
time.
hold still and think up in a straight
Right.
line and see if there's sky up
Why
there.
not? Oh.
Because if we can fly above this fucking calamity, then great.
Well, the maelstrom's going to be at the center, so. Well,
It
I'm imagining it
extends.
as a sphere, so going up has no effect.
I think in a straight line, like 20 by 20.
It is. It is all
Soup.
limbo.
It's all soup.
Just
Okay, well, that didn't exactly work.
It's also very hard to tell because it's a gap of air in a world of a uniform grey suit. Although you do see, actually, up high as you take control, there's a burst of flame that it seems to intersect with the rest of the
But
then also immediately stop.
that was weird. Okay, well. Fuck. Can I make my own air? It means I have to concentrate on it purposefully, no matter how big the distance is, right?
Yes.
So I can't
Yeah.
cast spells and manipulate limbo. Cool.
Nope.
Is that the. Like, it actually it takes that much concentration? You can't do anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. Not 5e
Oh.
concentration.
Yeah, it is concentration plus.
Yeah.
I imagine, Owen, I can just about manage air pocket and that's it.
Yeah, and that would be so Vigil. You can
Flat 10.
flat 10, so you can do 100 yards. And you can do hills, trees, streams, complex terrain.
Yeah.
But you can't maintain it. You have to dedicate your
So-
entire thought to it.
Just an air pocket. What would that cost me in terms of?
It would still be
concentration?
that concentration.
Oof.
Okay.
Alright, so Enzo, it's
Sauron, you
protect
have
the runner.
19 plus, where it's 1 mile per attribute point, so you can do 20 miles. And you can include native animals.
So, Soren can do a render distance of 20 miles?
Yep.
Yes, but it
This
uses
is-
all of his CPU
Yeah, but
or
that's
GPU.
pretty crazy. That means we're not in a fog of 30 feet. That means we can,
If you
as long as
Yeah.
like once every mile we stop for a bit.
Sauron could, in theory, essentially create a demiplane reality of the surrounding 20 miles.
I mean, do you want me to?
Jesus.
Because I could, like,
Oh.
what environment hostile to Slotty is? If we can make anything here.
They live in limbo. I don't imagine much environments will hurt them.
Well,
God, this is about to get real.
weird, yeah. No, but really,
Yeah,
like...
so whilst concentrating on maintaining stable terrain in limbo, a Burke cannot cast spells, make attacks, use proficiencies, and you lose any dexterity bonuses to armor class.
Okay, no, I haven't.
What you
used
can do is walk and talk, but even then your conversations are likely limited.
What if I put all the Slotty in a box and squished them?
Hey,
And
this
I
is
mailed that box to
crazy.
myself.
This is
Okay.
crazy. What's Glimmer's int and wisdom score?
God.
Not great.
Can Glimmer
That's a
be
very
our?
good point. I am a leading genius, thank you very much, Simon.
Actually, you're quite smart.
And Glimmer's like a chaotic being too.
He is.
If I had to rate myself out of 20, I would say a
It's pretty average.
looks at his numbers. Let's rate out of 10. I'm an 11 out of 10 on the old.
So your Tinder
Intellect.
bio says.
Yes.
But
Wait, you guys know about Tinder?
yeah, I use it to light fires.
Oh. Oh, right, you're not on about her.
What?
Wonderful, good. Whew, I got worried for a second. Don't worry about it.
Hang on. I've got a call from work. Be right back. 2
old-
minutes.
Sure.
Oh, no worries. Well, actually, let's go for a break as you
Okay.
journey out into limbo.
Break!
Seems like a
Okay.
good point.
We'll be back.
I was gonna say, is Tinder an old flame of Glimmer?
I don't like to talk about it.
God.
Yes.
He's been with me for the last 20 years. Like, actually,
Yeah,
I think it's more like
except for that one little time where he wasn't.
true.
Oh,
We'll be back shortly. Or longly. I don't know. We'll be back.
yep.
Do, do, do.
And we're back at Cast Disintegrate on Soren.
Funny.
Hell yeah! Yeehaw!
Y'all are the worst.
Void can copy any 5th level spell or lower, so let's go with, I don't know, Contagion? I think Soren's fort save is low. Ooh, anti-life shell.
You're the worst, just so you know.
Cloud kill?
Counter fucking spell. Anyway.
Ooh, Dominate Person would be fun, then I get a whole wizard.
I need you
You
to
could
tell
just
me
ask
you're actually
nicely.
using the void card.
I said earlier, that was during the break, when I said you could make us the bottom, and then I realized what I said.
That's my job.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to dominate you, so...
Oh my god.
And that's all, folks. If you enjoyed
Bye!
watching... Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the switch on the immovable rod as well while you're there.
Don't hit switches unless they're into it.
Only with a switch. Let's go.
Something about
So
this
here's the
limbo area.
plan. Soren is gonna stop once every mile or so. I'm assuming general progress is not that bad. We can make it a mile, right?
Yes. Like, Soren can walk/float 30 feet around with his concentration.
Can I float passively?
So, I was looking into this. You can... So, something I should have mentioned is whilst you are in the raw substance of Limbo, and not an Anarch, you take 1d6 points of damage per round from the chaos matter slowly eroding your form. So from that kind of half minute or so when you first entered, your skin would have started kind of going a bit strange, kind of fading away in places, sometimes flaking, sometimes simply dust. Clothes and armor beginning to edge. When Enzo brought the air in, that went away.
Okay.
You were just floating in air. So it's something to bear in mind in future. Yes, 1 round is a nice exfoliation. 10 rounds, things start getting unpleasant. But I mean, for Vigil, it might take a good hour or so before he notices.
Hey.
The other thing to bear in mind is the truly being able to subconsciously maintain your construct, your stable land, requires proficiency in chaos shaping, which Enzo does not yet have, but has potential to learn.
Okay.
But I will say, given your Anarch ability, you can essentially extend a safe local environment, say a 30-foot radius around you of air seems reasonable enough that someone at your level of recent discovery could maintain. But anything more than that is currently beyond your capability with this newfound power.
What was the consensus on our plan of squirrel oxygen supply?
Yeah.
Where
fix it.
Glimmer actively controls the space around us.
He is a sentient creature with intelligence. There is no reason he couldn't. Other than if he doesn't want to. But he's not quite that much of a dick. So he,
Clarify that.
if you voice the idea, he is a little bit put out, but will happily do so.
Why put out? It's the most Glimmer. It's the most important job. You're literally keeping us alive. You're the backbone of the team.
So does water, but you don't go around thanking that daily for its contributions.
Wow. I knew some praise.
I shall start now.
Don't. Water elementals are right. Knobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knobs. Faucets.
Glimmer kind of curls up, as his true form,
Mm-hmm.
on the carpet and begins to think. And you do 100 yards per attribute point.
Clover's world would be fascinating.
So
Yeah, it would be. Can see the
I feel like
fade.
we're about to be in a Fruitopia commercial.
so he can do. How many yards are there in a mile?
Uh,
Enough.
1800-ish.
Mile.
1800-ish.
1760.
Told you.
That's
Okay.
right.
He does about 3/4 of a mile.
Of air.
Okay.
It's not air. It is it is air mostly, but you are suddenly flying over mountaintops.
Oh,
Wait,
There
is that
are
All right.
rocky peaks, kind of clawing up at you. Ice and snow cladding their flanks, dotted with dead and crooked trees that are blackened and scorched. The sky above you, or the air above you rather, is darkened by the bellies of storm clouds. The air is cold and frigid.
does it look like the real terrain maybe? Because we were in the mountains.
Potentially. Yes.
where is it you are visualizing?
Hold on. I'll.
Where I've home.
It's a winter court,
think.
isn't it?
I don't know.
Wow, I mean around it. Oh, it's
Well.
cold. Alright. It's comfy though. It's like Tesla in winter.
What would be the Yoranta like closest biome?
Probably the Berlon Mountains that run through sort of along the spine of Yoranta.
where we hung with their copper dragon?
Yeah, he lived in one of the ranges there. But these are taller and craggier. Those mountains kind of looked somewhat ancient and worn. These look sharp,
Cool.
difficult to climb. Like somewhat unnaturally so. They seem exaggerated. They're caricatures of mountains.
He hasn't been home in a long time, too.
Half a mile away, there's a lightning bolt that strikes a mountaintop. Ah! Well, and the whole thing wobbles for a moment. Sorry,
It's alright.
I was trying not to do that.
Just,
I didn't really ask it to. It just,
did.
I think I imagined clouds and it. What did the wizard call it? You know, the one with the spectacles and the physics. I don't know.
You mean Altus
Is it
Core?
Mancy or something? I don't know. I mean, he tried explaining lightning as if it doesn't just happen with little lightning bolts from his beak, as the whole image then disappears. Ah! Concentrates on it.
Hey, when actively shaping like this, can you sense like living creatures or anything? Because I imagine you can't shape them, so would they be like holes?
No, I don't think it's quite that involved.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
I think I just shape it.
So Glimmer wouldn't like know the moment something was in range.
No, fortunately
Yeah.
not.
You might, though. You think about it.
But maybe. What's my range?
What's your intelligence?
14 and 10 wisdom.
It would be about a mile.
Okay.
Your conscious thought.
Can I just... Yeah, it's just all soup, isn't it? There's no ground, there's no up or down, it's just soup. Hell.
Well, thanks, Clement. Don't strain yourself too much, but this will help us. It's better than navigating through, essentially fog with 30 feet of visibility.
Yeah. I'll reach over and scratch him behind the ears.
Please don't.
Right, yeah, sorry.
Trying to concentrate. You don't mind if I just think about the same mountains, do you?
Meh.
Not at all.
No, just,
Good.
don't hit us with lightning.
It says the same mountain you recognize, the particular
Right.
crux of the tree kind of passes
like-
again.
You can see the video game texture, repeat.
Yeah, we're in the edge of the mountains.
Well,
where it just loops.
it's a hero asset, so he reuses it, but he rotates it, puts it at different angles, sometimes moves the tree. It's... Oh god,
I
this has just
respect it.
become my job.
I was gonna say, you can tell which one of us is actually in game
Yeah.
development.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. I loved imagining my work on a weekend.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's delightful. Suddenly, 6 zombies around a corner.
Oh no.
Well, I did a mask of many faces into Woody Harrelson.
I think you'll find it'll be Woody Harrelson's brother, Brett Harrelson.
Sorry.
So, yes, the journey with the capabilities in your party, I'd say your journey is relatively unimpeded as you journey through the void, the chaos of limbo.
I want to try out a few things on the first day.
Hey, shouldn't we be looking for Crankulax's sword as well? I mean, we're not going to go out of our way for it, but
It's a
I
good
realize
point.
it's somewhere in here. Might be near the Terracon.
It's a good point. Locate object havers.
I will try when we hit somewhat of some
Cloak.
kind of sign. There's no point randomly doing it.
Don't we have
Can-
to?
I'll have the carpet. I'll put the carpet on autopilot and scry on it for scry on the. Wait.
You're still
I'll
thinking of
try to
the
ask
sword.
the orb to scry on the sword because
There, good point.
just scrying on an item's already bending the rules. So, what's the nearest?
It cannot do so.
Okay.
But Vigil's locate object says you can ask for a specific type of object.
Problem isn't locate object like 1,000 feet or something?
Yeah.
It is. It's 1,000 feet. Yeah, so that's why
Yeah,
Vigil
it's-
is going to wait until we actually
it's
see a
tiny.
sign of some kind.
Yeah.
So he's not going to bother.
Okay.
Kind of wondering if he was here.
So on day 1, Owen, I want to try a couple things.
Okay.
First thing I want to try is using the void card.
Sure.
Let's pick a 5th level spell at random just for fun. I'll use it to mimic. Let's roll like a d30. Unless you want to roll, Owen, or
Go for it. No, I love it when players roll.
1.
okay. Well, that's easy to count. Animate objects. Maybe let's skip that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's find the first one that makes sense. Bigby's hand.
What kind of spell is that?
5th level evocation.
Evocation. Huh.
Yep, it's a hand made of force, so it's evocation. Has a strength of 26. Vigil want to arm wrestle it?
Let's see if it works first.
Yeah. I'm using void. I don't know if an inch check's
like-
required.
So basically, there is a section in this book where it goes every school of magic, and it talks about how each school of magic, the spells in it, interact with the plane in different ways. And there's an entire section on how the Find Familiar spell interacts with the plane of limbo.
Find
And I love
familiar?
it. Yeah. It's like,
Huh.
sometimes wizards come here to find familiars.
I didn't know that was a spell because that wasn't a spell in third, so it must have been removed and then re-added.
Mhm.
I think familiars were core parts of wizard kits in third,
Yeah.
and they made it a spell in fifth.
They weren't a spell. They were like a feature.
Yeah.
It's important to note that I don't know that spell. Never have.
Yeah, because you
Found mine
Yeah.
in the Feywild, yeah.
mhm.
You know what? It doesn't actually have the evocation school.
What?
There's So within the second edition book, there is alteration,
Maybe the schools were different back then.
conjuration, and summoning.
It's old.
Divination, illusion and phantasm, wild magic, and elemental. For this purposes, we'll consider it a phantasmal.
Conjuration probably also makes sense.
Yeah.
Creating an object of
So-
force.
Can you roll me a D100, please?
Okay.
This is not a wild magic check. This is a percentile check. We'll consider a 91 plus to be 10%. That's looking at. Okay. Can you make me a intelligence check, please? Oh no.
It's
Using the
from
void
Void.
card. You don't have to. So with a simple thought and a push of will to the card, a shadowed hand the size of a large beast floats and obeys your commands. Can you make me a constitution saving throw, please?
I love this.
As
It's
you
like
feel
7 rolls to resolve one spell.
Yeah, a cold void elapses against your soul. The
Okay.
coldness within it pulls at you. A gentle tug.
Okay. Vigil is near me.
That I am. Oh
Natural
my god,
one.
please.
Oh no.
Natural one.
That's interesting.
Okay, what level was the spell?
5th.
Okay, so the gentle lapping of waves might have been more of a crashing
It's
thunder. There is an almost primal, like, shrieking of something breaking as you feel this tug on you. I'm just trying to dump. What the flip did I put the thing with the numbers that I need to look at? Okay, so it's 5th level, right?
hmm
Okay. You take 54 points of necrotic damage.
What the
Jesus.
fuck?
It's fine. I roll with it.
Twice the level of the spell and worth of d10s of necrotic damage whenever you cast it. If you fail a con save. Holy shit.
Ow.
Whoa.
Hey, this is the first time this has happened. Does it trigger the half max, like the wound or rule or whatever?
Oh god. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well, roll on
I
that
love
table.
it. I love it so much when a player like bad things are interesting. Does it trigger the bad thing? And I'm just like, I forgot. Yes, it does.
Let me just check, because I might have some warlock bullshit here, but I
I
gotta
have great
reveal
respect
my
for such
abilities.
things.
Massive
Gosh.
damage.
Only had an icy mantle. Gift of the protectors. Death ward was
Icy Mantle is currently on the dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the dwarf.
He's been watching all of this with some astonishment.
Dorf Lundgren. It's necrotic too. It's actually almost the
Yeah.
one damage type I can't resist.
Yeah.
Shit.
I have every elemental and poison resistance. So it's like radiant and necrotic and psychic are the only.
El Massif Damage.
Force, I suppose.
Fucking yikes.
Jesus fuck.
That's a reaction. That's a.
Well, don't ever cast a 9th level spell, I guess. Wait, is it only
What?
5th level or below?
18d10?
Or do just once.
This is true. It replicates any spell below 5th level, was that the void?
Fifth
Yeah.
level.
Just any spell. Okay, 5th level or lower, so. That's so much damage actually, Jesus. How much health do you have, Enzo?
Turn invisible. As a 95. So a little more than half of my HP. Pretty close.
God.
Them in. Not find. Apart and DMG, bro.
Reflexively, I will shield myself and teleport. Not that it does anything, but just to use the ability.
Whoop.
Okay, can you make me another Constitution saving throw, please?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
For some reason, this didn't. Here, let me toggle it. Maybe. There we go. It's still bad.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my god.
Ooh, that is a failure.
I might heroic moment this
Okay.
because I'm gonna cap
Not a
anyway,
one.
and unsaves are bad to fail. Oh, it's the opposite of a 1.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice, okay. Just for. Roll a d10, because just to see what fate you avoided here.
So many limbs are severed. 1.
Oh.
Oh wow.
You would have
Okay.
immediately dropped to 0 hit points and started bleeding out.
Holy
So to be
crap.
clear, this con save and this D10 is from the wound.
Yeah, this is the massive damage effect.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We can say it happens just because it's cool.
Uh,
Or here. I'll say I nearly pass out.
yeah, you gotta go. Vision goes, pulses black for a second from the outside.
What the?
I say summon a fucking black force hand.
Enzo?
Ugh.
Okay.
Stumble to my knees.
Whoa. Whoa,
What
what
the
happened?
hell happened?
Card? Does that do it to you?
Oh. Am I still alive?
Yep.
You are?
Okay, sorry, Vigil. I'm gonna get the hands to grab Vigil. I gotta test this thing out.
What are you...
Hold on. We're alright. Joey did
Use-
fix that.
Well,
Am I
yeah.
fighting this with athletics or something?
Yeah, so it makes a grab against you at +8. Or how does grapple work in 5e as opposed to athletics?
Yeah. I think it's
Just-
got a grasping hand thing.
I think it's you make the... I think it grapple just happens, doesn't it? And then I have to break
The
out.
hand attempts to grapple a huge or smaller creature. Use the hand's strength score to resolve the grapple. Its strength is 26 or +8.
Okay, yeah, so you make a +8, d20 +8 check versus Vigil's athletics or acrobatics.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
because
Grabs you.
Vigil, you get advantage because Vigil is medium or smaller.
Oh,
Wow.
I won't crush you,
Yeah,
I'm not that
that's
mean.
a good thought.
but I mean it's only like 2d6 +5 damage. But the hand grabs you, and Vigil actually can't escape. It's not like illusory or something, right?
Never mind, I just got
It's
these
the real
wings.
big beast head.
Okay, well the spell
Kind of
works.
painful.
I dropped this concentration. Or wait, can I drop the concentration? It's
You
not
can.
really my spell.
You can.
Drop the concentration and then just like lie back.
Okay. Let's not.
Now you can
use-
heal me.
Right. Yeah. Let's just not use that.
Jesus, thank you.
Yeah,
Unless we absolutely
Enzo
have
just
to.
rewinds to before he
Hang
before
on.
he did it.
Intelligence.
21. We're fine.
Hey, he's done it. What a champion.
I am
Okay.
a wizard.
Well, thanks. I feel a lot better actually. We've learned what the void card does.
Yeah, kills you in exchange for a spell. Alright.
I think I can do better next time.
I hope
You
so.
think so?
Probably
took
just
a lot-
because you weren't expecting.
What was the? How would you describe the feeling, Owen? You said a cold.
Yeah, it was like a cold, empty void had kind of almost inside your chest, just sapped away your life force. Everything that is you, your flesh, your soul.
I touched the void.
Maybe ask for permission next time.
Yeah,
Didn't seem to like it very much.
I'll be careful with that. But it is powerful.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Right. Okay.
And yeah,
Oh,
you're
sorry.
aware of the card's presence in your attunement. It is, even with Soren's healing, there's like a slight pinprick of cold just always with you.
Anything
You have
else
a
you want to
connection
try?
to this card.
There is something else I want to try, but we'll do it later in the day. Enzo needs an hour or two to mentally recover from that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, say your traveling day, you begin to grow wary.
Weary?
Yes, poor Glim is starting to get quite mentally exhausted by this
Yeah.
by this affair.
Should probably settle down and take a break.
Ooh.
The other thing I'd like to try is, as we settle down and take a break, I'm gonna bust out a new spell.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm seeing if I can find it in a compendium so I can just link it.
Should
But
I have healing on
I
hand
don't
or
have
something?
Tasha's on the compendium, so
it's just a core spell.
okay.
What the hell?
Oh,
Took a new
Jesus.
illusion spell.
Neat.
Choose a creature known to you as the target of the spell. Our death slot wizard friend, who I saw and saw me. Target must be on the same plane of existence as you. Well, that's up to Owen. Creatures that don't sleep can't be contacted by the spell, so don't know, but maybe it works. I'll be the messenger, and I send them a horrible nightmare.
Nice. Enter Lord of Night
Okay.
Terrors.
Okay. Can you make me a intelligence check, please?
Sure, you have to cast it.
Yeah.
Sure can. 17.
You succeed in casting it without wild magic.
Pick.
And because you're casting an illusion spell, can you roll me another D100, please?
Okay. I love this. This is what older editions were like. 17
Mhm.
rolls to resolve one thing, and I'm all for it.
Okay.
84.
Close to the big numbers, but not quite.
Mm.
Okay, you cast Dream. I need to make a saving throw.
An exact copy of Enzo appears.
If it's on the same plane, and if it sleeps.
If it sleeps, it can bleed.
Wisdom save.
Failed.
What?
Nice.
Cool.
A fail.
Yeah.
On a failed save, so I'll appear. I choose the message. I'll appear as myself, but at the. What would you call it? Those snakes that have a humanoid at the end. Kind of UNT like.
UNT Naga?
Yeah,
Marla?
something like that. But like the one where it's a really long snake body and then just a humanoid on the end.
Yeah.
So it'll be that. So it looks like a
Anti
snake.
anathema.
Something like that. So it looks like a large snake slithers up to it in its sleep, and its dream it sees this. But then it's actually me on the end of it.
Okay. So
It doesn't get any rest from its long rest, so hopefully it spends some spell slots and
Mhm.
doesn't get them back. And takes 3d6 psychic, which will probably just heal, but
That's fucking cool.
Message of no more than 10 words. Run while you can. I guess that'll be a run while you can. I think that gets the message across.
I'm gonna eat your kidneys.
Out of character, and I was like, I like this guy.
And yeah, he spends his facsimile of sleep coiled and restless, fighting against phantasms called upon him from afar.
Nice.
Cost me nothing, and if he spent even one spell slot yesterday, he doesn't get it back. So it's a benefit for us.
He dispelled something, so that's at least one.
Yep.
Nice. Evil. I like it.
Etslard gains rather peeved condition. He is,
I'm gonna
he is
be.
a little bit upset with you.
Also
He's
sleep
gonna just
is
see
right.
me in combat and just disintegrate me.
Do they get levels of exhaustion if they don't sleep? Because we do.
Spell doesn't say it. Says that. Does that?
It says you don't sleep.
You just don't
so...
gain. You sleep, but you don't gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't think there's any penalties.
Oh well. That would be a little busted if you could just impose
I
exhaustion
did-
on somebody from a distance.
Yeah.
I almost killed a player with a night hag because the night hag has an additional effect where they also you have to make a save or lose, I think, 5 max HP.
Oh no.
And if you hit 0, you die. And the paladin was in a big fight, spent all his spell slots, and he was the only person that could actually cast a spell to protect him in the night. But he didn't have the spell slots to protect him, and every night the night hag was interrupting his sleep, giving him nightmares, stopping him from getting spell slots back.
Oh
And
my
literally the only
God.
reason the character survived was he was on 6 HP when they got to a wizard's tower that was warded. And they got inside, and the wizard was like, "Fuck out of my town!" And they're like, "No, we'll do whatever you want. We just need to get inside for our friend." And he was like,
Nice.
"Fine, you know what? You said anything. I have a cunning plan." And it was, but yeah, he was terrified because the players didn't know what was going on.
I
That's
cast a curse on a
terrible.
player recently where he couldn't drink anything and lost max HP each day because he was dying of
Nice.
thirst. That was fun.
Terrifying.
There's something like that in Odyssey, where I think if you steal items from a consecrated burial, you gain the Curse of the Grave Robber, where you cannot eat or drink.
Yep, this one's called Cup of Dust. There's another one
Nice.
called Feast of Ashes for eating.
And yeah, you would like. Yes, it's a tricky curse to navigate.
So what do
Cool.
we do?
So you have your rest.
Okay.
I don't get a return nightmare.
That'd be a hell of a thing.
Fortunately, I think he's spending his sleep being nightmared, but maybe the next night. Who knows?
Same buff loadout,
So-
we'll just say. So it's 8 again.
Yeah.
It's a long rest. Let me roll a D1.
Yeah, just remember all intelligence check
Ah.
for each level spell.
You don't need to regenerate today, right, Rune? Since you already did the thing?
I do not, so I will be changing.
Swap it out.
Yeah.
Maybe take something else.
I was just checking the Codex Chronological because it gets a charge at dawn, but it just regained all its charges even though it was full, so that's fine.
Nice.
Okay, 15 hit points is gone again. Right, got one free spell. Okay,
So-
here's a dumb idea. We get to
Okay.
the fucking Terracon and we send it to the Sphinx.
Oh,
I have the Sphinx
Okay.
book drop.
Okay.
and I mean,
It's-
2 rounds later, we could just teleport to the Sphinx.
Right, but it's one action. And it allows the caster to teleport a book or an object to the sunken library.
I'm a little worried about what putting an Earth lexicon in an underwater library could do.
Yeah, but he can handle it. I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that could be bad.
It's
I'd
quite
have to, like,
literally out of
sending
its
him-
element.
Very true. Is there any... Well, there's nowhere I could send it that would make sense.
I mean, it's kind of cool. You can take it. I'd say either that or Misty
Drop.
Step or Mirror Image.
Drop one of the fucking slot into the Mary. He'd be so mad at me.
We have too many teleport spells. Too much
We
power.
do. Let's go with mirror image. Actually, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, let's. All right, go ahead, Owen.
Yep.
I was simply going to ask, what is your planned approach here?
Oh God.
You have had a relatively uneventful day's journey away from that ordered house. You begin to approach the leaved location of the Terracon adrift in the maelstrom of Limbo. How are you making your next day's approach?
When I meditate that night, like she asked me to, can I get a distance?
Sure.
14 light years.
More, I'm trying to do the maths of how many miles. All the situations where you could probably reach there in a day, but it'd be pushing it.
Oh, okay. So it's still like a whole days of travel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when we reach it, we will hopefully see the slot about a mile out, like 3/4 of a mile, you said, which is Glimmer's radius, assuming Glimmer can sustain that and is not having issues with it.
He's
So-
finding the long rest very refreshing.
Okay. Well, if he's tired, he can lower it to a 1/4 mile or something, because we do know when we'll arrive, roughly.
Okay.
Does the distance You said it didn't matter, so it's as much effort to do a 1/4 of a mile as it is 3/4 of a mile, yeah?
It is more effort, but not more so than exerting any will at all, kind of thing.
Okay.
So we'll know when we're, let's say, 3/4 mile out of the slot. And once we're at that engagement distance, I think the plan is Rune, aka Soren, starts with some sort of fucking mind prison and just like
Yeah.
step 1, put them all in 6 layered adamantine cages and see
I have
what
an idea
happens.
for that, actually. Since I can affect terrain up to 20 miles, what I might do, rather... Adamantine, yes, but also put them in, like, shifting halls, like, in Doctor Strange, where they're traveling through the magic space, where everything's, like, shifting and folding and constantly changing.
Chaotic beings might be very good at mazes and shifting halls, but... Yeah, no, I mean, the general idea, like, imprison them somehow. Like, it's really up to you, right?
It would be funny to put them in the basement of the Myriad Obelisk, because that place changes on its own.
It could be
You
perfect
wouldn't be
spheres
able
with spikes on the
to
inside.
recreate the magical nature of that place.
True, okay. Well, yeah, adamantine boxes for them all, I guess. Which is... It feels mundane when you can alter reality to do almost anything, but...
Do what you want. It's your character.
It is.
And Enzo's saying essentially just like, put them in a prison. It's up to you what it is. And then we'll take it from there. They'll probably break out, I assume, somehow. And then we'll improvise.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's not much to plan for when we're in a realm of literal chaos with chaotic beings.
This is true.
So, Anzo, though, if you don't mind, before we get too close, if you could throw invisibility on me. We're about 10 minutes out.
When we start the plan, yeah, like when we hit visual range, not visual, but yeah, when we hit range of them.
Yes. That way, I won't be an immediate target for them. And I can't concentrate on magic while I'm doing this, so you're gonna have to
Yep.
do that.
Our engagement range is 3/4 of a mile. That's where I turn you invisible and you do the thing.
Yep. And then Glimmer can drop his concentration, and I'll take over from there. I suggest to Glimmer that he might want to stay in my collar, just to stay out of the fight. Because I don't want him getting hurt out
Okay,
here.
will do.
Yeah. You get some rest, thank you. That was really hard.
Check out the big brains on me.
Oh
Buddy.
no.
He gets whatever his favorite treat is that I have on me for him, of course. It's probably fish of some
Been
kind.
a few weeks. The iguana left, right?
Did he?
I
I
Don't
owed him
think
a
so.
favor. Oh god.
I
Did
was
he
like, in
say
my head, I'm like,
you ordered house?
can't remember whether he left or he joined you.
I think
It'd just
he
be
came
funny.
with us.
We're in the middle of a pitched battle and we just hear, "Well, you know, I've got a way out of
Sure.
this."
I don't think anyone's realised. I think he pokes a head out of like Enzo's bag and is like, "Oh, fuck this noise,"
Oh, what?
and just retreats back, none the wiser.
It's slowly been eating all of my drugs, and it thinks
Yeah.
that this is like the stardom or whatever.
Whoa.
I gotta cut back.
Iguanas.
Huh, technically the iguana has an intelligence of 10.
So he can make his own hair too.
Yeah.
Wild.
Huh. The iguana the iguana, is also an anarch. No.
He's got
Okay.
Fae vibes.
So, I think we will leave it there for this week. Bit of a
Mhm.
warm-up session.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And next week, we will dive into your approach on the Terracon.
And Doctor
Your
Strange
plans.
Inception mind battles.
Yeah, everyone should be well fed, well watered. Maybe do some mental gymnastics before session. And we'll see if we can get through this wacky encounter together.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
Because shit's gonna be crazy.
Just improv. Pure improv. Forget all the abilities in your character sheet.
Pretty much.
Which is a shame because we just leveled and I have a lot of cool abilities, but we'll get to use them later.
Same.
Well, I think there's still going to be space. You can play with the environment.
Okay.
All right, let's
But
murder.
yeah, it's going to be wacky.
Let's do it.
I have ideas. Anyway, so thank you for joining us this evening. I know it's a quick session, but hopefully we'll be back next week. Our stream schedule's a little wild. We're all real busy and all real tired. So if we're not here next week, we will be the next. So
We'll be back in a week or 2 or maybe 3, but we'll be back.
yeah.
We will
Here
be
we go.
back.
We will return.
Who was that?
It was Lucy.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus.
We
Hang
will.
on. What the hell is the command for our fucking...
Cast.
Nope.
For what?
It's not cast, it's what level? I fixed
Oh.
it.
Oh, in chat. Cool.
There.
Ah.
All right.
Got it.
Limbo fight.
Limbo
Limbo
fight.
fight.
Limbo fight. Be good, take care of each other, get vaccinated, wear your masks, distance, wash your hands, just be good. Don't be a fucking bellend. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Goodbye, friends.
See ya.